What up, guys? Welcome to Product Medley. I'm Eric Shear. I've got my boy Howard Block with TASC with me, and today we're going to just kind of talk about compliance, where it fits in the marketplace, and why it's important to you to get your group on it.
All right, so we're TASC, Total Administrative Services Corporation. We're the largest privately held TPA in the country. We've got about 1,000 employees nationwide, probably over 2 million employees on the books, and we paid over $2 billion in claims the year before. So I tell you that just to show that, you know, we're substantial.
Right.
Our flagship product is our flexible spending account. We're not going to get into too much of that right now, but our Flex is very different than our competitors.
Why is it different?
It's how the interface works for the participant. It's very easy with our cell phone apps, our smart card, but it's a piece of cake with the employers. We never turn our cards off. That in itself is a big deal. We never turn our cards off.
What do you mean by not turning your cards off?
So one of the big complaints that I'll hear in talking to an employer that has a flexible spending account is that their employees' debit cards get turned off because they didn't substantiate a claim.
Okay.
With the TASC smart card, over 92% of claims are substantiated automatically.
All right.
And if they're not, and we need them substantiated, we don't turn the card off.
Right. Okay.
And with our cell phone app, you can submit claims through your cell phone.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay.
But to your other point, that's our flagship product. We do HSAs, HRAs,
All right.
and all the necessary compliance solutions to stay compliant with the federal government with your benefit plans.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So we're all kind of living in this new world of necessary compliance. And a lot of the agents that are dismissing compliance really are missing the boat, and they're putting their client at some pretty large risk. So maybe you can talk about why you should offer compliance and why the heck it matters, really.
And I'll also kind of say, what is it?
Yeah.
So real quick, we have tools to help with this. So we have a tool that the broker can sit down with their client or prospect, and we break down by group size what compliance solutions apply to that group size, and then breaks down the detail of what that solution looks like. What is it that applies to you based on your group size?
Correct.
So starting out, and this is something that most folks don't know, that any group with one or more employees that has an employer-sponsored benefit plan is subject to ERISA.
Let's say it one more time in case you didn't hear it. One more time.
Any business with one or more employees that has an employer-sponsored benefit plan is subject to ERISA.
Yeah.
That simple.
Yeah.
So that means pretty much anyone any of us are talking to or trying to bring into our world.
Right. And so what's mind-blowing to me for an agent, that's a door opener. That's how you get into that client that you've been wanting to get into, that you've been struggling with. Not necessarily talking about the health of dental and vision, it's more or less talking about compliance, because there are very few agents out there, and we know that being a general agency, that are speaking about compliance. Why don't we talk about the Flex, because I think the Flex is maybe looked over, and it's a standout flagship product.
So I'll say this, brokers don't want to talk about Flex.
Sure.
The only time Flex comes up from brokers is when a current client has Flex in place and it's broken.
Okay.
And typically, it's their cards get turned off. So I will say that compliance is a great door opener and a great thing to be talking about that a lot of your competitor brokers are not talking about. But I'll tell you, they're not talking about Flex.
Yeah.
And Flex, as we're in this room, who we talk to is the employer, we're looking at reducing their tax liability.
One thing I want to highlight that you mentioned, which is cool, is that you are available as the representative of TASC for meetings with the clients, and we are as well. Our team is prepared to go with you guys and help you present to your client to make sure it's done correctly.
Yeah, I've been to meetings with your staff before, to different clients and prospects. I'm happy to go with you on your behalf if you can't be there. Conference calls, whatever we can do or whatever I can do to help bring value to education and understanding on the products and services that we offer. And this stuff can be real confusing because everyone's very caught up in health insurance and the cost of health insurance. So
let's start with compliance. Yeah. So we're very passionate about TASC. We believe in TASC. They've got a great background. They're very supportive, and Howard is an outstanding member of our, I guess you could say, fringe team, right?
Absolutely, definitely a team member.
Yeah.
Absolutely.